Welcome to Stuck Time to Improv with advice for startup businesses. And today we are so lucky we have Emily Elhoffer from Made STL, where prototypes come to life and products get improved. We're talking about makerspace. So welcome, Emily.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
And obviously with the echo, you can tell you've got a big space where people can do stuff. Tell us a little bit about St. Louis, about Made STL.
Yeah, we are a makerspace. So we provide training on and also access to a ton of different machines and equipment. We have laser cutters, 3D printers, we have metal fabrication, woodworking. We got a ton of different tools.
How much space do you have? What sorts of things are available now?
Yeah, we have a 16,000 foot makerspace. We have got over $500,000 worth of machinery and equipment. Everything. I mean, pretty much everything. So welding, metalworking, we've got tools for woodworking. We have computer controlled routing tables for woodworking projects. Powder coating. We have a machine shop with metal mills and metal lathes, CNC mill and a CNC lathe. We have 4 laser cutters. They're 60 watt, they're 18 by 24, so they're great for working with wood and working with acrylic. We also have a handful of 3D printers, both desktop and commercial. A textiles bay for sewing, for embroidery, and then also for screen printing. And then a whole lot of other odds and ends that kind of like fit in between there.
Okay, so if somebody wants to start a screen printing business, they might do some things with you first until they've got enough product to sell, and then they can move to their own space, or how does that usually work?
That's a really good starting step. Absolutely. They can start here. They don't have to make the overhead investment into all the different tools that you might need. I mean, you start a project, and usually within the first quarter of the project, you realize that you need to double how much you need to buy for it. And so this helps to mitigate the costs of that by providing people with industrial grade tools that they don't have to buy on their own. They don't have to make that upfront investment.
Oh.
I think a really good example of that is our laser cutters. They are top of the line ULS lasers. They're like $20,000 each. And in order to just go out and buy your own laser that works the way that ours does, it works really nicely. I mean, that's a lot of money to just throw into something, maybe even an idea that you aren't sure if that's what you want to be making.
Yeah.
So it provides a good proof of concept without having to jump into the deep end.
So are there a lot of inventors around that are using your space, or is it mostly artists?
MADE actually stands for makers, artists, designers, and entrepreneurs. So we're a conglomeration of everybody. My background is in art. I work in sculpture, so I use the shop for different reasons, for artistic purposes. My coworker, Vince, is an industrial designer, and so he has more of that like inventor mentality. So we get everybody. But I have a guy who is currently using our machine shop to machine out parts for a proof of concept that's going to be a new version of what a windmill can be. And so that's a great example of somebody I saw just last week who was in here. He finished his little part and he walked up and he was so excited. So yeah, we have a handful of inventors as well.
Forays into the clean energy field, right?
Yeah, into pretty much every field. I've also seen people using the metals bay to build specialty gym equipment that they're prototyping. I mean, I've seen people use our 3D printers to prototype. 3D printers are great for rapid prototyping.
3D printers are phenomenal. What's the kind of investment that people make if you've got to use a makerspace? What kind of commitment of time and money is there usually?
For our makerspace, we have 3 different ways that you're going to invest in the space. The first is through membership. Membership costs $50 a month. And that allows you to get discounts on training. And it's also the only way that you're able to actually rent the tools for your own projects. Training costs are all going to be a little bit different. It kind of depends on what you're getting trained in. It also depends on any experience that you're bringing to the table. For example, our woodworking class. We have 2 classes for woodworking. We have basics of woodworking, and then we also have an expert checkoff session for woodworkers that kind of already know what they're doing. The basics class is 4 hours long. It's $300. The expert checkoff session is 2 hours long, and it's $140. All of our training is currently one-on-one, so it can be pretty customized to your needs. And then finally, the last investment that you'll be making is our reservations. Reservations for most tools are going to be $5 an hour. And it's required to go through training and to have an active membership in order to make a reservation. Now, not all makerspaces work like we do. So if you are listening to this from a different city, definitely take a look at other makerspaces in your area. They might operate a little bit differently.
Okay. Well, it sounds really good that not only do you provide the tools, but the training to use them appropriately, and a safe environment where people can create their proof of concept if they're an inventor or an artist or a designer or an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you very much, Emily. Is there anything else you really want to tell us about makerspaces in general, or maybe STL?
Yeah. We are really proud to have currently, as of January 2022, we have 250 members, people who are here, who are part of the community, and we're really excited to see it keep on growing. We've been open for 3 years now, and so it's just been really exciting to see this kind of space grow in St. Louis, and to see a resource like this become available for people.
That's great. Thank you again for coming on to Stuck, Time to Improv. I'm Mary Scott with Business Riff. I provide business concierge services to help startups succeed faster by validating their ideas, avoiding common mistakes, and connecting to custom resources. So thanks again for coming to Stuck, Time to Improv.